Imagine waking up to a complete nationwide blackout. No internet, no electricity, and your phone is just an expensive paperweight. Sounds like a post-apocalyptic movie, right? Well, welcome to the terrifyingly real world of cyberattacks that have the potential to cripple entire nations. Here's how hackers, the ultimate digital villains, could turn that nightmare into reality. The power grid is the real MVP and vulnerable. Modern society runs on electricity. The moment a hacker takes down a country's power grid, it's game over. In 2024, a significant concern is how hackers could leverage ransomware or distributed denial of service attacks to disable critical power infrastructure. This isn't just speculation. The world saw it happen in Ukraine back in 2015, and similar incidents keep surfacing globally. The power grid is often made up of interconnected systems, which means that a vulnerability in one part of the network could have cascading effects, resulting in widespread outages. For instance, in January 2024, a cyber attack on the South Asian nation's power utility resulted in a 12-hour blackout that affected over 3 million people. Hackers exploiting industrial control systems can access the grid's control networks, turning off entire regions with the click of a button, making resilience efforts a priority. Cloud hijacking, the invisible sabotage. In 2024, cloud computing isn't just a corporate buzzword. It's the backbone of critical infrastructure for companies and governments. Hackers from groups like China-backed APT10 have previously compromised major cloud service providers in campaigns such as Cloud Hopper, enabling them to gain access to numerous clients at once. If hackers can hijack cloud services that store data for government agencies, defense systems, or healthcare networks, it becomes a swift route to national paralysis. In an incident earlier this year, hackers used compromised cloud servers to spy on international corporations, accessing sensitive emails and business data. They could use such access to cripple entire sectors, from telecommunications to finance, effectively causing a domino effect of chaos. Communication breakdown, a hacker's symphony. When hackers take down a country's communication systems, they essentially gag and blindfold the population. Communication infrastructure, like telephone networks and the internet, is vital for any nation to function smoothly. In July 2024, a major tech outage in parts of Mexico highlighted the fragility of international communication networks. If hackers manage to take control of key hubs, such as cellular towers or internet servers, emergency responses grind to a halt. This kind of attack has a multiplying effect. The inability to coordinate rescue operations can escalate casualties during emergencies. For example, during a major earthquake in August 2024, compromised communication channels led to delayed evacuations, resulting in an increase in preventable fatalities. The strategic targeting of communication infrastructure by hackers isn't just about technical brilliance. It's also about the ability to create widespread confusion and panic, making the threat even more deadly. The cyber submarine scenario. You think submarines are just for spy movies, but cyber warfare loves them too. In a chilling scenario that emerged in recent reports, hackers managed to get into systems related to Cybercorp, a company handling reservations for thousands of hotels and airlines worldwide. If bad actors decided to meddle with such systems, they could even reroute military or government officials, creating opportunities for surveillance or worse, arranging digital disappearances for high-value targets. Just think about it. A hacker sitting in a basement, changing the course of a submarine or redirecting military intelligence just for fun, or worse, for ransom. It's the ultimate play for a James Bond villain, except it's real and much less glamorous than on the big screen. Critical infrastructure. Just one click away from collapse. Critical infrastructure includes water supply systems, waste management, and transport networks, all of which are highly vulnerable to cyber attacks. In April 2024, hackers targeted water supply facilities in a U.S. state, tampering with chemical balances and threatening water safety. Cyber mercenaries, such as Beltrox, has shown how easy it is to manipulate systems if the price is right. They could mess with the country's water supply, turning a refreshing drink into a chemical cocktail no one ordered. Imagine what could happen if such a compromise occurred at multiple locations at the same time. It would be nearly impossible to ensure safe drinking water for millions of residents. Additionally, attacks on waste management systems could lead to hazardous spills and environmental catastrophes, compounding the damage. Financial catastrophe: hackers playing God with money. Hackers also have the potential to bring a nation's economy to its knees. They can attack the financial sector, disabling ATMs, blocking online transactions, or manipulating bank data. In 2024, the financial institutions in parts of Europe saw increased cyber threats that aimed at both data theft and ransom. Hackers could potentially create mass panic by fabricating financial transactions or draining accounts, effectively causing a financial crisis without any actual political or economic event triggering it. Imagine waking up to your bank account showing zero balance. Was it that late-night fast food splurge, or did a hacker somewhere just buy a yacht with your savings? Either way, the damage is done, and the country's economy follows into a spiral. Air traffic and transportation: chaos in the sky. Modern air traffic control relies on a delicate network of communication systems and automated technologies. By targeting air traffic control centers, hackers could easily paralyze a nation. In one incident earlier this year, an anonymous hacking group attempted to tamper with data that controls the movement of planes in a South Asian airport. Fortunately, the intrusion was detected in time, but it highlighted how a lapse of a few minutes could lead to a massive catastrophe. Thousands of planes mid-air and nowhere to go. It's like air chaos on steroids, with no pilot able to make sense of it. And if you think the ground is safe, consider that train systems, particularly in Europe, have already experienced cyber disruptions, resulting in delays and chaos. Hackers don't need an army. They just need access to a couple of servers to wreak havoc. Hacktivism: political agendas with a digital twist. Hackers often have political motives, and in 2024, hacktivism has evolved into an effective weapon for influencing political outcomes. Take, for instance, attempts by politically motivated hackers to disrupt elections through misinformation and DDoS attacks on government websites. In January, a government website in Europe faced a coordinated DDoS attack right before elections, temporarily disrupting information dissemination. When hackers play God with democracy, it's not just votes being manipulated. It's the entire nation's political fate, all from the comfort of a chair. Healthcare under siege: the ultimate hostage situation. A country can't function if its people are unhealthy, and hackers know it. In 2024, ransomware attacks on hospitals became alarmingly frequent. Imagine life-saving machines held hostage for Bitcoin. This year, in one shocking instance, a hospital in Australia experienced a ransomware attack that forced staff to return to pen and paper methods. Surgeries were canceled, patient information was lost, and crucial minutes were wasted, minutes that could mean life or death. Hackers don't need a missile to destroy a country. Sometimes all it takes is encrypting the data that keeps people alive. Propaganda and digital infiltration: winning hearts, twisting minds. Hackers don't only aim for physical disruption, they also go after the minds of people. Digital propaganda has become a powerful tool, and hackers are no less than digital warlords. A report from early 2024 showed how hackers from Russia infiltrated social media to spread misinformation about key economic policies in the EU, causing panic and distrust. These invisible intrusions manipulate perceptions and can create internal instability that no defense missile system can stop. Imagine going on social media to check what your favorite celebrity is up to, only to see fabricated news of an imminent crisis, and boom, panic buying, mistrust in the government, and internal turmoil begin. It's like psychological warfare with a side of memes. And there you have it, the scary reality of how hackers can bring an entire country to its knees with just a few keystrokes. If you found this deep dive into the shadowy world of cyber warfare as fascinating as we did, make sure to smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. Stay informed, stay safe, and see you in the next video.